So crazy story for you guys. My niece, who is 7 years old, was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. This is me on a FaceTime with her. You can see me up there in the top corner. And she is showing me her Dexcom G7. She was just diagnosed a few weeks ago, and thank God she started on the G7 because it is a pain in the butt to be checking a child's sugar a million times a day. With Dexcom G7 is a continuous glucose monitor, a CGM, and it checks your sugar every 5 minutes. I actually have the G6 still, and so does Zach. We're going to switch to the G7 soon. So Samara, she's testing out the G7 for us. I want to share some of her symptoms because I do feel like it could help other people because you just never know what you're looking for. And sometimes all it takes is one message like this and suddenly you go, oh, I know what to look for now. She was feeling extremely lethargic. She did not want to eat anything, but she wanted to drink a lot. She was napping all the time, losing weight. She was turning very yellow. She was getting bags under her eyes. She was just drained, and everyone was starting to notice because at first you don't really notice with the symptoms, and then it started to get very obvious. So they took her to check her sugar at urgent care, and then they took her to the hospital because her sugar was, I think, somewhere in the 400 range. Now, I have type 1 diabetes, my son Zach has type 1 diabetes, and now my niece Samara has type 1 diabetes. There's definitely a genetic component there, and it's actually one of the reasons that I love that I've been working with Sanofi. This whole thing that I'm sharing with you now is not sponsored, but I do work with them to encourage people to test for type 1. It's an autoantibody test that you can actually get done to see if you possibly could get diabetes. We did it for Nora. I'm definitely encouraging my siblings to all do it with their kids, and especially Samara has 2 siblings. We want them to do it too. And I'm sharing this for a few reasons. Number one, because I just feel like it's important for people out there to understand the symptoms and understand what can happen, and that anyone can get diabetes. And also a reminder, if you have diabetes, if you have an autoimmune disease, it does not define you. It's a pain in the butt sometimes, and I have to think about it all the time, but I'm also living my life. And also, now that Samara's on the G7, we want to get some fun stickers for her, toys for her. So any companies that want to send stuff would be so much fun. Legit, reach out. I have a P.O. box. You can send me whatever you want. I know Samara will love it. She loves animals. My favorite colors are pink, purple, blue, and green. I'm really proud of Samara because she is such a champ. Her first cousin has diabetes, her aunt has diabetes, and then my sister-in-law has an aunt with diabetes also. So there's a lot of it in the family. Crazy stuff.